We recently got a better look at the information and some of the leaked content coming out later in the season for the spring update of Halo Infinite that will run until May. We have some new customization options coming in, as well as some new content that we need to keep an eye on to see what is actually going to be something that you can actually earn in the game, or how much of it will actually be something you have to pay for. So this video will be a quick glimpse into the near future of Halo Infinite. So you guys want to know more, make sure to stay tuned throughout the whole video to understand all the details. Now, I'm sure many of you have seen this image plenty of times here online, showcasing the coming operations for the spring update of Halo Infinite. Obviously, though, I'm sure what you're most interested in now that we have Frontlines is what is Blue Team and what is the Forerunner operations going to look like. And it looks like we're going to get some Halo 5 content put into Halo Infinite, which is, I'm not against that. Just kind of an interesting choice since it seems like there was such a drastic move away from Halo 5's art style, but I think we're going to have a little bit of a nice compromise or a nice middle ground between those two. And here's a nice clean high res image of what we saw for that Blue Team teaser image right there. You can see very much focused on Blue Team, obviously from Halo 5, and you can see how it's very similar to their armor that they had in that game, but very much more in the style of Halo Infinite, which actually doesn't look too shabby, right? Imagine if they actually made Halo 5 with this art style instead. I'm sure you'd see a lot more people very happy about how the game looked compared to back then. It was definitely polarizing. A very interesting detail here as well. You can kind of zoom in. You can see that there actually is a cracked visor for the Master Chief helmet here, and like the shoulder pads are very much in the style of the Halo 5 Master Chief. And thanks to the YouTube channel Halo Infinite store customization, we got a chance to see some of the leaked images of this. We can see, yeah, that's Master Chief's helmet from Halo 5 able to be unlocked right there. Now, I'm assuming unlocked as in through payment rather than actual gameplay, which we will showcase what we have seen so far when it comes to the Operation Pass for this one. And I think it might leave a little bit wanting more when it comes to the customization of that stuff. And we have Linda's helmet, which is like the Halo Infinite-ified version of it, which I don't know, I'm actually kind of might like the Halo 5 version a little bit more. It just seems a little just too simplistic and like lacks the intricacy, and I think like trying to replicate the look of Linda's helmet from Halo 5 in Infinite's art style just seems a little too, I guess, basic. And here we see Fred's helmet, very similar to what we saw in Halo 5 again, but much more like Halo Infinite-ified in a way. And then Kelly's helmet. Now, Kelly's helmet and armor is very much a different type of experience than trying to get those compared to all the other ones from Blue Team. Because the Blue Team operation is going to be a familiar 20 tiers. This isn't going to be like the 50 tier thing that we saw with Frontlines. That's going to be a little bit of a different thing. That's going to be like the new like seasonal opener cadence kind of thing. This is going to be another like typical 20 tiers on the Operation Pass here. Well, you'll be earning Kelly's armor set for the Operation Pass here. Now, when you buy into those Operation Passes, right, usually you get like a nice little bonus bit of content, right, for just initially buying into the whole thing. And likely it's going to be this, and it's going to be kind of like a Halo 5 version of what the sidekick looks like. And this actually looks pretty awesome, right? But again, like how different it actually will look in game, but this would be the only one that makes sense, as the other different types of weapons that have been leaked out for the seasonal update haven't really seemed like anything that would be a bit of customization that you would get from playing or buying into an Operation Pass here. Some of these I think are mostly going to be tied to the shop. Like, look at this DMR. Like, this is definitely going to be tied to the shop, which is a shame because it looks so good. Now, we had another operation teased earlier in the live stream that we saw at the beginning of this operation. It was the Forerunner operation coming in April 8th. And this is going to be bringing a bit of a fan favorite armor set back from, I guess, Halo 4 and also the MCC now, but actually going to be put into Halo Infinite. And I have an image of it for here. You guys can check it out right here. This is what the actual full image looks like. And you might be going like, hey, that looks a little familiar, and you would be correct, because this is actually the armor set that was part of the Champions bundle for Halo 4. As you can see right here, this was actually funny, like this was all a DLC pack that you could buy back in Halo 4, and you got 4 armor sets and a bunch of different customization for one purchase, which is kind of funny to think about. And I'm sure this entire bundle probably costs less than one armor set in the shop, but you can see the Forerunner armor set that's currently, or that was in that shop, and then now it's in the Halo MCC, now soon to be added into the Halo Infinite experience. And just as we did with Blue Team, we do have a look of what's going to be coming in for that Forerunner operation, guys. And looks like you have a die deck armor set coming in here as well, which is gonna be pretty freaking cool. Now we'll definitely look at the pass as well. That was also leaked out. We can take a look and see like what's something you're gonna be able to earn by just playing the game, or what can you actually earn by actually having to pay into it. There are some external hazmat armor sets that haven't been revealed officially yet, or like it's been in the files of Halo Infinite since the last update that we had. And so these are just kind of lingering sets. I mean, we see some attachments also for some of the Blue Team armor sets here as well. But you can see like how some of this actually looks pretty freaking cool. And there's something like, it actually, if you're still into the customizations of Halo Infinite, this might be something you want to like, you know, get some grind on for. We do see a Halo Infinite version of what could be the Norn Fang from Halo 5, which definitely would be exciting. I know Mr. Ice Spice would definitely be very excited about that. We see what looks to be a Forerunner assault rifle with maybe like a blade on it. I would assume it's just cosmetic on that one. Again, we saw the DMR there earlier. Like a Forerunner version of the Commando, same thing with another Commando model right here. As you probably could assume, that with the really cool armor set, aka the Didact, it's not going to be part of the pass. This is going to be what's going to be in the pass here for the Forerunner section here. Again, you do get a pretty cool armor set, which is going to be that Champions Bundle armor set from Halo 4 and now in MCC, now coming to Halo Infinite. Again, this does actually look really cool, so I'm really glad that we're getting like some Forerunner style armor sets being added into the game. It just kind of hurt a little bit to know that so much of the really good stuff is going to be tied to the shop. I mean, that just it comes with expectations, right? Like I said, like this first operation that we're currently doing with Frontlines is going to be the big 50 tier 1 that you can buy into, and it does expire if you don't actually buy into it. Same thing with all these operations as well now, that if you don't buy into these passes when they are in the game, then they actually do expire, and you will actually have to get this content again, but this time through the exchange. So there's still a chance for you to earn the content that's going to be in these passes if you don't unlock everything or grind it all out. I'm just letting you know that there is going to be there won't be an opportunity for you to go back and buy it and then be able to earn the stuff out. As stated here on Halo Waypoint, saying players must purchase Premium Pass during the time the operation is live, as it will not be available for purchase once the month-long window has closed. That's because all the premium items will then be moved into next season's shop. Same kind of idea when it comes to the free content. All that's free content will then be moved into the exchange. Now, between these two operations, there are going to be plenty of chest pieces for you to unlock as well. We can see like Master Chief's Halo 5 set right here. And again, we see a more Blue Team armor set. This is going to be part of Kelly's armor set here, if I remember correctly. And so you can move forward through that just fine. And then we get to the Forerunner sets as well. Again, this big shieldy one, I believe, is going to be the one that's going to be part of the operation, where like this really cool one that's part of Didact's whole set is going to be a premium one. And then, of course, next month we do have the Mutilator coming into the game, which we've only seen leaked images like this. We have no like official modeling or any kind of experience when it comes to utilizing the Mutilator, so I can't really comment on it too much, but I would just say that it's basically a dual barrel shotgun that has a gravity hammer at the end of it. Oddly enough though, when it comes to all these leaks, usually we get some more information when it comes to say like game modes or different maps coming into the game as well, and we haven't really seen any of that kind of information come out recently, which is rather surprising since all that type of content gets added in at the beginning of these new seasonal updates. So we won't really find out more about it unless they're going to be added in later during the season, which would be kind of a surprising change of pace when it comes to how these leaks and information kind of stuff happens with Halo Infinite. Of course, we have been following this news for over 3 years now at this point, so I've kind of gotten into a pretty good rhythm about how the whole experience goes down. So, you know, if you guys want to know more about when those updates or leaks come out, you definitely know I'll share with you guys here on the channel. But for now, it's really just kind of more about the different types of content as in the operation passes and the cosmetics you can get right now. We haven't, like I said, we haven't heard anything about new modes or maps coming in, but of course we usually do get some type of new experience with new operations coming in each time, as small as it might be a new game mode and as large as a new map or something in between. But of course, like I said, like once we get that information officially or find it somewhere online, because these leaks are rather legit usually when they come out, as you know, I've been following for years, that you know, I'll definitely share with you guys here on the channel, because I want to know, like, where's Relic? Like, we've seen this map be leaked out for over a year now at this point. It would just be an awesome remake of like a classic Halo 2 map. We saw this part of like actual promotional images from Halo Infinite. I thought this map was going to be coming in the season back in April of 2024, but we've never seen it. Now, is it ever going to happen? You never know. I mean, right now it seems like it's such a weird time for Halo Infinite. They're like, oh yeah, we can add content now into the game, which is such like a weird thing to think of, like, okay, now we're doing this. Like, I've talked about this map extensively for over a year now. Like, we know it at least was made in Forge. Now, was it really well made in Forge? Not exactly. I think that's what kind of hindered it from being released. That was the less than warm reception of this map, as it just looked like another one of those Skybox Labs Forge maps where, like, it's not really that visually appealing. Like, Halo Infinite's Forge is so powerful that you're able to create really incredibly visually powerful maps that would be dev quality, like we recently saw with like their Coliseum remake, which looks absolutely amazing. But when you look at this, it doesn't really look that great. If anything, it just kind of looks like it's, you know, an unfinished project, which, I mean, obviously it's a leak, so it is, but I wouldn't be shocked if they release it looking like this. If you made it this far in the video, I hope I earned your like, maybe even a subscribe. And if you want to know who the real ones are that made it to the end of the video, leave a green heart in the comments. Let me know who the real people are out there. So thank you all for watching. Greatly appreciate it. Miss any content from me, check out these videos right here. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.